Okay, I'm working on a 2007 BMW Z4, and it needs a new battery. I bought this car with this battery, so it's not the OEM one. As you can tell, it's from Walmart. Yeah, I'm gonna replace it. So it looks like you need a Phillips head for those two, and then I'm not sure what size those are just yet. Okay, I got the bracket out. For some reason, it was on there really tight. I had to use a screwdriver and then take a ratchet to put on that. So as I held it in, I used the ratchet to break it loose. Now, yeah, and also I had like a pointier Phillips head, and I had to get, why isn't it focusing? I had to get a more, I don't know, whatever. I had to get like a wider one because I didn't want it to, it started stripping out the heads of the screws. So just be careful with that. You know, you don't want to strip those out because that would be annoying. Now we got to figure out what that is. Okay, I don't know if your connections will be like mine, but the negative was really hard to get off. This is a 13 and that was a 14. And when I undid this kept spinning. So I had to hold that with a 14 and then get a 13 to crank that off. Once you have the negative removed, you can remove the positive. This is a 10 millimeter, which I already loosened. So it should just come off. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, once you have those out of the way, you know, we can disconnect the battery and get the new one in there. Okay, once you get the new battery in, so this is what I went with. I went with another Walmart one, but I got an H6 instead of an H5, so it has higher, you know, cranking numbers and cold start, whatever the heck it is. You just put the bracket back in and Phillips head those. Don't make them super tight, or else when you go to remove it later on, it's really tight. There is more room in here, and I saw online people go for an H7 too. You could do that. Over here, the H5s and the H7s are the same price, and the H6 is actually cheaper than both of them, so I just decided to go with the H6. You can also go with AGM. I just went with the regular because there's not a lot of electronics in my car. I don't even have the like the pop-up screen, so I figured a regular one would be fine. But yeah, that's it. Very simple and very easy to do. Just tighten up the bolts. You put the red on first, and then you do the negative. And when you take it off, like when you're initially taking out your old battery, do the negative first, and then do the positive, and then you reverse when you put the battery back in. So you put the new battery in, put on the positive first, and then you do the negative. I don't know if that's how I was told to do it, so that's how I did it. I didn't have any issues. So I would do that, but if you know otherwise, then, you know, maybe do that.